Hello, folks, and welcome to Game 1 of the NBL Canada Atlantic Division Finals. You are watching Halifax Hurricanes YouTube channel, broadcasting live from the Scotiabank Centre here in beautiful Halifax, Nova Scotia. I am Matt Elliott, and joining me today will be Mark Raftis. Hello, Mark, and welcome to the crew.
Thanks a lot, Matt. Happy to be here.
Right on. All right, Mark, today the Hurricanes take on their division rivals, the Moncton Magic. Halifax coming off an opening round victory over the Island Storm, where they were able to recover from a first game loss to take the next three in convincing fashion. The Magic, for their part, survived a tough 5-game series with the St. John Riptide to earn their spot in the division finals. The two teams split the 6-game regular season series to 3 apiece, with the Magic beating the Hurricanes in their last meeting, mostly on the back of Corey Allman, who dropped 9 three-pointers, scored 34 points. You got to think that game is still fresh in the memories of Coach Leslie and his top-seeded squad.
Absolutely, and we certainly hope that no one on Moncton is going to drop 34 points on Halifax tonight. Matt, the game of basketball is very simple. The athleticism of these players is off the charts. However, Halifax has to shoot a high percentage. They have to win the rebounding battle, and they want to have a positive assist-to-turnover ratio if they want to be successful in this series. I think they can do it.
I think they can too. Simple game, but sometimes very difficult to make all those things happen. All right, folks, your starting lineups. Starting first for the Moncton Magic. Number 3, Corey Allman. Number 5, Denzel Taylor. Number 12, Anthony Anderson. Number 13, Terry Thomas. And number 32, Juan Patillo. For your Halifax Hurricanes, no surprise, Tyrone Watson, Rommel Brown, Cliff Clinkscales, Antoine Mason, and Billy White. So Moncton starts off, win the tip. Terry Toss has it at the line. Allman for 3, trying to pick up where he left off. Rattles out.
He certainly likes to shoot, Matt.
Oh, yeah. He's got a great three-point percentage. I believe it's about 40% for the year. Watson. It's to Billy White. White back out to Mason. Clinkscales. Kick ball. It's going to be Halifax possession. Good ball movement by Halifax around the perimeter.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, Moncton had some good rotation there. Took away the strong side.
Yeah, and it should be no surprise really. Joe Schlenner, he's a good coach. Knows how to run a defensive set. Mason on Allman. No good. Terry Thomas with the rebound. He'll bring it up.
Terry Thomas is just a phenomenal all-around player.
Yeah, he's a great player. Always has a big fan base when he's here in Halifax for obvious reasons. Hits the 3 to start the scoring for the Moncton Magic.
Halifax is going to have to get out on Terry. He'll shoot that.
That's right, and he's the guy that they do not want to get hot.
His range is the exit sign, they say.
Billy White looking for that ISO. He's got great footwork underneath. Nice finish with the left. Clinkscales on Anderson. Juan Patillo drives and pops. That's well off. Mason picks up the ricochet and he'll get the foul. Called on number 3. That's his first, team first. Halifax will take it. Back to Rommel Brown. Mason drives. Gets his own board.
A lot of contact.
Tough going in there for Antoine Mason. That's his.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say that's his bread and butter. Oh, Billy White had a good idea, but just went right through the hands of Rommel Brown. I was going to say Antoine Mason, his bread and butter is driving and taking those strong takes to the hoop. He's such a strong player.
The refs are letting them play tonight. A lot of contact.
Yeah, and I'm not necessarily against that. I like games where there's not a whole lot of fouls getting called, as long as it's not too crazy. Allman stops and pops. It's good. He can flat out shoot, Corey Allman can, especially coming off that screen, as you just saw it right there.
14.2 points per game.
Clinkscales to Brown, nowhere to go. Billy White taking a rare 3. That not his bread and butter, the three-point shot. However, he can take them and has been known to hit a few. Rommel Brown just a second too late, adjusting over to Patillo. He takes that and hits it. Cliff Clinkscales will bring it up.
It's a tough shot by Patillo.
Good shot for a big guy. Anthony Anderson, Corey Allman. Looks like he's going to get called for the foul. That should be his second, team second. Billy White on the inbound. Again, looks like they're looking for Billy White a lot on that ISO. Great cut by Tyrone Watson, good finish.
Beautiful interior passing.
It's one of the strengths of this team. They've got guys that have great court vision in Watson, White, and Brown. Any one of them can drop a nice dime whenever they need to. Taylor nowhere to go. Clinkscales playing tough defense on Anthony Anderson. Nice footwork by Patillo, and one foul on Rommel Brown. Nice little spin move underneath there by Juan Patillo.
He's just a solid player. Big body, 14.9 points per game. Used his offhand well to shield and took it strong. Shoulders square, beautiful. Unfortunately, it was against Halifax.
Yeah. Foul on Rommel Brown. That's his first, team first. Clinkscales will bring it up. Mason from just inside three, and it's good. Anthony Anderson bringing it up court now for the Moncton Magic.
Antoine Mason can flat out score.
Oh, yeah. One of the contenders for league MVP this year, and there, speaking of flat out scoring, is Terry Thomas. And just like that.
Nice to see our old friend back in Halifax, but unfortunately, he's had a quick start.
All right, folks, so we got our first timeout called by Halifax. Refs for today's game. Crew chief is Brent Stalker. Ryan Lutz and Matt Boyle make up the rest of that staff. This is, of course, game one of a 7-game series against Moncton and Halifax. The winner of this will go on to the NBL Canada Finals against whoever wins from the Central Division. This series is they don't do the 2-3-2 format in this one, so it's the 2-2-1-1-1.
I think you have to prefer that if you're into a deep series.
I would tend to agree with you, especially, it's tough playing 3 straight games. Regardless of if you're the better team or not, they say you've got home court advantage, but to play 3 straight games in the playoffs, away, that's a difficult task for any team.
Oh, for sure. They often say that a series doesn't start until the home team loses. Well, if you lose 1 of 2 games and then you have to play your next 3 games and the other team's burn, you're in trouble.
Yeah, true enough. So we've got a rather modest crowd on hand tonight here in Halifax. Not too bad, though, for a short notice turnover as it was. Halifax always has good support. One of the better homes courts to play in. Halifax has enjoyed a very good season so far at home. They're 16-6 at home. That's a great record.
Fantastic.
Moncton Magic, one of the only teams that was better, they were 18-5 at home. However, they really struggled away.
Yes.
8-14.
And Halifax had an almost equal road record, 15-7.
That's right. Consistent was Halifax as Cliff Clinkscales brings it up after the timeout. Gets the screen from Watson. They're going to need big things from Watson today. Back to Watson. Playing with his back to the basket.
Looking.
Great pass. And a huge flush by Rommel Brown. What did we say about those 3 guys that have that great interior passing ability?
Absolutely, and it's Rommel Brown's footwork because he showed, he left, and he came back.
That's right.
And then he was found. Beautiful basketball.
One of the strengths that you don't hear a lot about, especially with big guys, but he knows how to move without the basketball. Clinkscales will bring it up again. Anthony Anderson's got that defensive assignment. Ball moving around, rotates to Antoine Mason. Tie up underneath between Billy White and Denzel Taylor. Looks like they're going to call that on Taylor.
I think the young players out there have to really look at how Cliff Clinkscales can protect that ball, especially when he's in traffic. He sits down well, uses his body. Kids out there, watch this player. He can play.
Yeah. Fantastic fundamental basketball players, Cliff Clinkscales, especially from that point guard position. See the replay there, Rommel Brown throwing one down. So Clinkscales will get it, bring it back out to the top. To Watson, pops, it's good.
The ball might have got 1 inch over that rim, but it's in, and that's what counts.
Right. Kind of like Sean Marion, not a whole lot of arc, but it's getting in. That's one weapon that Watson's really worked this season, and he's got quite good at it, taking those longer range jumpers. Terry Thomas again. This time he rims out. Mason to Watson. He's going to get the charge on that one. I think he knew it was coming too because he pulled the ball down as he was going. That'll be the first one on him. See the replay.
Yeah, good position above the protected area. Clear charge. Now Terry Thomas shoots 15.9 shots per game. He's got to be at 6 or 7 already.
Oh yeah. Well, he hit 2 threes. You know, if you're hot, keep shooting.
Absolutely.
Juan Patillo hits another jumper. He's got a smooth shot for a big guy. Antoine Mason now working on Allman. The give to Brown. I think he tried to do too much with it underneath. Anthony Anderson will bring it up. Going back to Patillo. Tough defense by Rommel Brown.
He's working hard out there. Looks like he might be laboring a little bit.
One of the better parts of Rommel Brown's defense is that he doesn't bite on the up fakes a lot. Mm-hmm. He stays on his feet, so he doesn't pick up a lot of those unnecessary fouls that sometimes a more aggressive defender will get. Allman coming off the screen, juggles it, no good. Had to get rid of that one because of the shot clock, but really didn't have a nice opportunity there. Clinkscales all the way to Watson underneath, and he'll finish for 2.
Beautiful pass, beautiful pass.
Great court vision by the veteran, Cliff Clinkscales.
7.3 assists per game, and you can see why.
Perpetually one of the league leaders. Rommel Brown move over with the help. Watson will now draw Patillo. Closes out good. Clinkscales with the board, and he'll push it up. Pops to Watson. Nice look. Great defense by Terry Thomas to block Billy White's attempt there. It will be Halifax ball.
Moncton is using that step-back jumper from the short corner quite effectively. Halifax is going to have to stay a bit closer to their defensive assignments.
I agree, yep. Not closing out as fast as they should be. Inbounds by Mason to Clinkscales. He'll take it to the top of the key, 15 on the shot clock. Mason drives and puts it up off the glass, in and out, and steals it. Bad pass by Patillo. Foul called. Looks like Antoine Mason will be going to the line.
Great effort play by Antoine Mason, never giving up on it.
Yep. Did a good steal there. Looks like the call is on number 32, Juan Patillo. See the replay. See he goes.
Yep, steals the ball, doesn't put his head down, takes it hard to the hoop, ultimately gets rewarded, going to the line.
Smart basketball.
Absolutely.
Mason shooting at a 75% clip for the season, which is improved from last year. Last year he really struggled with those free throws.
Mm-hmm.
This year brought up to 75, which is more than respectable. Misses his first. Second free throw is good. Moncton leads 16-13 with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Anthony Anderson brings it up court. Denzel Taylor at the top of the key. Thomas again hits another one. That's 3 for him right now.
He's feeling it.
He sure is. He's leading all scorers right now. Should be 11 points. 3 for 4 from beyond the arc.
Moncton shooting 61.5%, but only leading by 6. There's plenty of hope for Halifax.
Yes, definitely.
You don't expect Moncton's going to shoot this well for a prolonged period.
If you can shoot 61% for a whole game, chances are you're going to win. Anderson back to Taylor. Taylor at the top of the key. Billy White has that defensive assignment. Allman, it looks like they're looking to get Allman free off of that screen, and that is why,
My goodness,
as he buries another 3 for Moncton. They push their lead to 22-13. That's an 8-point lead.
Moncton shooting 3 of 6 from beyond the arc.
Into the game now, Ronaldo Dixon subbed in for Rommel Brown. Anderson steps back, takes a shot. It's like Denzel Taylor is going to get fouled on the rebound. Probably going to be called on Billy White. Let's just see. Correct. Yep, Billy White, that's his first.
I think that's a good substitution. Rommel Brown looked like he was laboring a little bit out there. Just needs a little bit of rest, and then he'll be back.
Yep. And Ronaldo Dixon, more than capable defender. He's got that long body, athletic. Patillo again with that shot. Rims out of bounds, going to be Moncton ball.
Ronaldo is just getting into the game, but he's going to have to close out faster on that shooter.
Definitely. Especially one who's having a relative amount of success with it so far today. Patillo at the top of the key will kick it out to Anderson. See what they can get going. Again, looking for Allman. Nice dish on Allman. Right to Patillo. Caught him streaking to the basket. Good unselfish basketball. Clinkscales brings it up. He's weaving. Finds Watson. Nowhere to go. Back out top to Mason. Ronaldo Dixon can shoot it. No good. Watson grabs a great board, and nice take by Ronaldo Dixon, and rims out. Can't get it to go. Great idea, just couldn't finish. And there's a guy you don't want shooting. Corey Allman hits another 3, and right now, Moncton pulling away 27-13 so far.
Basketball's a game of runs. You have to limit the long ones, though.
True enough. Nice touch by Mason. Thought he got bumped going through the key.
Big hoop, though.
Won't get the call. Halifax needed that.
Yep, stop that momentum.
Allman again wide open. Halifax got lucky there. Terry Thomas, though, with the hustle, and he'll put it out of bounds. Halifax escaped there. Corey Allman wide open. Doesn't miss a whole lot of those. Got some subs coming in right now. Looks like Mike Poole, Taquan Zimmerman will come in. Cliff Clinkscales and Tyrone Watson will take a seat. So for Halifax right now, we've got Billy White. Zimmerman will bring the ball up with Antoine Mason, Ronaldo Dixon, and Mike Poole. Mike Poole has been playing some of his best basketball this season in the playoffs. As soon as I say that, he throws it away.
Solid statistics, 12.2 points per game and 5.4 rebounds per game.
He's been great for them off the bench, usually the 7th or 8th man. Solid defender. Into the game now for Moncton, Al Stewart. Anthony Cox also subbed in. Allman, quick release, and it's just dropping. It's going to be another one of those games by the looks of things. He's fired up.
Moncton came ready to play.
They sure did. Turnover Halifax. Will be Moncton ball. Denzel Taylor on the inbounds. Halifax just not looking like they've got a plan right now offensively.
Mike Leslie's looking concerned. Wouldn't be surprised if the timeout comes.
Yeah, we got 1:48 left. Terry Thomas, just like that. Moncton can't miss right now.
Incredible.
They're shooting fantastic. What is that for them now? Ooh, that's 7 of 12 as I reboot my stat for us. I am correct. Dixon throws it away. Nice steal by Corey Allman. Kicks it to Cox. Cox to Thomas. And Cox on the charge. Nice play by Ronaldo Dixon to salvage that turnover. Get the charge on Anthony Cox.
Just a fantastic heady play on defense. He saw the ball was going to be kicked out for the outside shot, but he still held his position underneath, drew the charge, stopped the momentum.
So Zimmerman pushes it up to Mason. Let's see if Halifax can get something going. Billy White to top of the key. Over to Poole. Terry Thomas. Talk about athleticism. Rommel Brown checks into the game now. Billy White will take a seat. Get a bit of a breather.
It's interesting. These are professional athletes, but still, you have to fake one to make one if you're going to pass it around the perimeter.
True enough. Jason Cleese checks into the game now. Corey Allman will take a seat. Halifax probably happy to see that. Mason with the inbounds to Taquan Zimmerman. Brown follows his own shot, gets the finish. That's what they need from him this game. They need that presence underneath.
That's a man out there.
Jeremy Williams checked into the game for Moncton. Terry Thomas at the top of the key, guarded by Antoine Mason. Tough defensive assignment. Foul called on the floor. Antoine Mason with blocking. Probably a good call. Looked like he get a bit of his shoulder into him.
Yep, and as hot as Terry Thomas is right now, you want to make him feel a little bit uncomfortable.
That's right, yep. Make him feel he's got to earn it. Theon Reaper will check into the game now. He'll take out Antoine Mason. Cox to Williams. Williams will look. Foul's going to be called underneath. 25, Mike Poole. Foul called on the floor. They'll go back to the inbounds. That's Mike Poole's first.
Did you take note of Jeremy Williams holding the ball, palming it out there?
I did, yeah.
Nice to have that ability.
Something I could never do. Thomas inbounds to Al Stewart, the veteran. Nice move by Terry Thomas.
Taking it strong to the hoop.
What a crossover. And Mike Poole is no slouch defensively, so to get him like that, Terry Thomas is feeling it today.
16 points already, wow. He had a game and a quarter.
Halifax try to score. Nice defense. Al Stewart able to get the block on Taquan Zimmerman. 2 seconds left in the first quarter. Moncton will inbound. And that'll be the quarter. Look out. So the first quarter comes to an end, and it is all Moncton Magic. They've got a 35-17 lead right now. Mark, your thoughts on this first quarter?
Well, I think if you're Halifax, you have to take some solace in the fact that Moncton is not going to shoot 53.8% from the game from three-point line or 60% from the field. And if they are, you never were in the game.
They've earned it. So we look at the scoring leaders after that quarter. Right now, the Moncton Magic have 3 guys with more points than Halifax's leaders. So we got Terry Thomas with 16, Corey Allman with 11, Juan Patilla with 8. Actually, those are the only 3 guys that have scored.
Wow.
for the Moncton Magic. So you see they're getting that offensive output from 3 guys. So hope they stay hot for them. The Halifax Hurricanes, conversely, 6 points from Tyrone Watson, 5 from Mason, 4 from Rommel Brown, and 2 from Billy White. So it's rare that we'll see even a quarter like that where so few guys will score. Kind of an interesting stat.
And if you look at the field goals, they're relatively close in terms of numbers. Halifax at 21 shots from the floor, Moncton with 23 shots from the floor. It's just that Moncton is shooting an incredible percentage at this point in time.
Sure, yeah. And Halifax ran into this problem in the first game against the Island Storm. The Island Storm were just shooting lights out. And Halifax, it seemed like they were playing with a lid on the rim. Now, that's not the case today for Halifax. The 38%, it's not great, but it's not terrible. However, 3-point field goals, obviously the Magic have a plan. They've taken 13 so far.
Now, one stat that jumps out at me is the assist to turnover ratio. Halifax right now with 5 assists and 5 turnovers.
Yep.
Moncton right now only 2 turnovers and 10 assists. That's not a winning formula for Halifax.
No, very disciplined basketball so far by the Moncton Magic. Coach Salerno's got his teams coached up well, but there's a lot of basketball left. Rommel Brown will inbounds as we get ready to start the second quarter. Zimmerman will bring it up. Theon Reefer for 3. That's off. It's unusual that Reefer would get into a game this early, to be honest with you, Mark. He's a good player, but he usually sees minutes towards the end of the game. However, talented. Canadian, came from SMU, actually.
You got to think Mike Leslie is looking to mix things up, to have some momentum start, get a kick start off the bench from a guy he might not always rely on.
Definitely, and a big 3 from Mike Poole. Halifax really needed that, and they need someone to get something going for them.
Yes.
Brown on Cox. Nice move by Al Stewart. The fadeaway from Cox, and it's good. Anthony Cox, former Halifax Hurricane.
Moncton playing with a lot of confidence right now, a lot of smiles, playing easy out there.
Mike Poole, beautiful fadeaway. He's got such a nice stroke, does Mike Poole.
Heat up, Mike.
Terry Thomas now. No one looked like they were confused who was guarding him. Reefer didn't close out quick enough. Luckily, he missed. Mike Poole will bring the ball up court. To Dixon. Dixon moves it down. Reefer loses his footing. Halifax turns it over, and this is going to be an easy one. Terry Thomas takes a look at the Halifax bench. He's goading them. 41-22 right now. Nice freeze by Taquan Zimmerman. Good job getting Al Stewart off his feet for the foul. He'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, Taquan Zimmerman seems like a sort of an underrated performer. He's just solid all around. 12.5 points a game, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. He can contribute.
Oh, he contributes to the tune of the 6th player of the year in the league.
Ironic to say that the 6th man of the year is underrated, but you just have that feel about some guys.
He does, though. There we go. Hits his first, and he shoots. Does Taquan Zimmerman, an 84% free throw shooter. Tyrone Watson checks into the game for Theon Reefer. It's good. He hits them both. So 24-41, Halifax trails. Al Stewart brings the ball up the court. Taquan Zimmerman will draw that defensive assignment. And again, Corey Allman. He is hot, and they're looking for him to stay hot. Nowhere for Khalees to go. Williams to the baseline. Nice defense by Ronaldo Dixon.
Yeah, and it wasn't just the defense on the drive. There was great defense on the perimeter. When they moved it around, he took the drive that was available, but there was 2 shot opportunities, and there was good closeouts to prevent that.
That's right. Khalees gets Watson off his feet. We called the goaltend on that. Was going to go in anyway, I think. Watson strong to the hoop, and it's good.
Strong move.
And that's what Halifax needs to do a little bit more of, that quick transition. That's one of their strengths, and they're really playing a much slower game than I'm used to seeing them play. And for obvious reasons, it's not panning out for him. Cox at the top of the key. Ramel Brown guards him. Khalees now.
One thing that's prevented Halifax from getting out and running, and it's a slower game, is Moncton shooting such a high percentage.
Big steal by Mike Poole. And the finish.
So what happens when a team shoots a high percentage on you, you've got to take the ball out to get it back in. You're not having those turnovers to start transition.
That's right. Yeah. And that, obviously, as I said, when one of Halifax's strengths, you're taking that away from them. Not only that, but you're hitting all your shots. Khalees now. Ronaldo Dixon on him. Nice closeout by Dixon.
Yep.
Ooh, Mike Poole brings the ball up court, stops and pops, and it's good. Mike Poole throwing the team on his back right now. He is really feeling it. We get a timeout by Joe Salerno on the court. Mike Poole hits his shot. That should be 4 for 4 for him now, if I am not mistaken, and I am not. 9 points for him. So, while we've got this break, folks, we will go to the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Lindsay Construction.
It looks like that game is just underway, Matt. St. John's Edge and London Lightning, no score.
only other game, obviously the London Lightning playing the St. John Edge. They won the first game of that series, so London Lightning leads that one 1-0 right now. The winner of these two series, of course, will go on to the finals. So folks, still lots of opportunities to get some great seats for these games. For all of you who are looking to get tickets for Saturday's game, starts at 7 p.m. here in Halifax. All you got to do, log on to halifaxhurricanes.ca or ticketatlantic.com. You can also email info@halifaxhurricanes.com for more info, or by phone 902-377-3052. Halifax selling some great playoff flex packages, folks. Lots of good seats left. Come on out and get some tickets.
You got to think the other series would be pretty fun to watch as a fan, with London Lightning scoring 119 points per game, and St. John's at 110.
Yeah, and two of the best, arguably two of the best players in the league, depending on who you're a fan of. But Carl English, the league MVP, and Royce White, last year's league MVP, two guys that can really, fill the baskets. All right, so as we come out of this timeout, Halifax on the court has Taquan Zimmerman, Tyrone Watson, Billy White, Mike Poole, and Rommel Brown. For Moncton, Al Stewart, Denzel Taylor, Corey Allman, Juan Patillo, and Jason Calise. Allman to Patillo. He was hot, had a great first quarter, did Patillo. Al Stewart wide open.
Moncton really stretching the floor right now, setting screens high above the three-point line, trying to draw the Halifax defenders out for the drive or the kick for the open three.
And they've got the right crew to do that. Allman stretching all the way back, but with Patillo underneath, you've got to account for both of those. Great pass to Rommel Brown. Brown underneath to White. Nice finish by Billy White. He was one of the better finishers in the league at squeezing that ball in to that tiny little window that you get between the backboard and the defender's arms.
Very strong move. 6'8" power forward.
Mike Poole got him. Juan Patillo on the drive. Second foul on Mike Poole. Team's first for the quarter. Juan Patillo to the line for 2 free throws. He shoots at a 64% clip on the season. Hits the first. Misses the second. Zimmerman with the rebound.
And just about at his average. 1 of 2.
Moncton Magic are not making it easy on Halifax at all. Up fake by Allman. Misses the three. Good job of Billy White to control his body not to get that foul on the three-point shot. Poole will bring it up. He'll drive to his left. Nowhere to go. Kicks out to Zimmerman. Wide open. Halifax's best shooter. It's good. 35-44 Halifax.
Big shot. We're under 10 points now.
And that's a guy that the Moncton Magic certainly don't want getting hot. Halifax's sharpshooter, Taquan Zimmerman. Patillo now on Watson. Nice closeout by Watson. Had Patillo been able to collect himself. Nice fight by Rommel Brown to Mike Poole. Poole by himself.
Modified Euro step, follows up.
And the finish and the harm. Great follow-up. You know what, Mark? You were talking to kids. Watch how Cliff Cleanscales plays basketball. That's something you want to watch as well. Followed his own shot, didn't give up, and he got rewarded for it.
Absolutely. You don't need any talent to hustle.
That's right.
Now he's filled with boundless talent, but he also has hustle. And that's tough to beat.
Definitely. Nice finish, you see it there. Defender box out. Mike Poole for the N1. Rims out. Juan Patillo with the rebound. Anthony Anderson will bring the ball up court. Billy White switches. Terry Thomas firing away the spark so far for Moncton. Looks like he got hacked there. Taquan Zimmerman called for the foul. That's his first of the game. Team's second for the quarter. Moncton will inbound.
Thomas had 20 points already. 8 of 10 from the field.
Wow. Allman again.
Well, he doesn't need much time to get that shot off. Sets his feet, squares his shoulders, and bingo, it's in.
He's got a quick release. And if you don't step out on it right away, he's going to burn you, and that's what he just did. Watson now looking for somewhere to go. Back to Zimmerman at the top of the key. Looks for the screen from Brown. Kicks to Brown. And the charge. They had the right idea, playing a nice two-man game. Basket doesn't count, though.
The fans aren't happy.
And here are the Boo Birds. They're not liking it very much at all. See if we get a replay on it. Yeah. Here we see it here. Well, I think it was the right call. Sold a little bit by Taylor, maybe.
I was going to say he certainly sold it well.
Antoine Mason checks into the game now for Mike Poole. And he'll draw Corey Allman. Ramel Brown loses his footing. Patillo taking advantage. Can't get it to go.
Got him.
Watson now. Off the glass, no good. Terry Thomas will bring it up for Moncton. Allman. Tough D by Mason. He's hard to move. Patillo now on Brown. They want that ISO. Push off. That's a foul. Corey Allman doesn't agree. Neither does Juan Patillo for that matter.
I think Ramel Brown certainly helped his cause there.
I'd say he did, yeah. Speaking of selling. Ronaldo Dixon will check into the game now. For Ramel Brown. Looks like he's got a bit of blood on his jersey. I think that may be a quick sub to get whatever's open closed there. Taquan Zimmerman will bring it up court. 10-point lead for the Moncton Magic, 47-37. Watson, Dixon, back to the top to Zimmerman.
A high screen roll into the low post.
I like that defensive matchup of Watson on Anderson. Yeah.
Nice up and under move.
Great footwork and a good job of Watson to realize that he'd drawn the defensive mismatch there.
Watson has great footwork.
There you go, Ronaldo Dixon. Great job on the block. So Patillo gets charged for the delay of game there. Headbutting the ball after the finish. White inbounds to Zimmerman. He will bring it up. 49-39. Moncton Magic lead. 4:45 left to go in the first half. Mason back to the top. Drives to his right. Takes it in on Patillo. Can't get it to drop. Last touched by the Halifax Hurricanes.
The game's at one of those swing moments right now, Matt. With 4.5 minutes to go, it's a 10-point lead for Moncton. If Halifax can go on a bit of a run, get the momentum going into half, they're going to look good.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But it could equally get away from them.
That's
so
right.
They really have to step up on defense right here.
Anthony Anderson to Thomas. He'll drive. Stop, put it up. No good, but he will get 2 free throws. Call on Billy White. That's his second of the game. Team number 4. Quiet day for Billy White so far. Only 4 points. No rebounds.
You can really tell Moncton is shooting a lot from the outside. They've only had 3 free throws, and they've got 49 points.
Nice pickup. Geez, you're right. And it's Juan Patillo's taken all 3 of those. With the exception of the one we just watched, Terry Thomas. Misses the first. Thomas, he's a good shooter. Shoots 75% from the line. He'll hit that one. Zimmerman brings it up. Screen from Ronaldo Dixon. No 2-man game there. Miscommunication. Watson came out too far. Zimmerman wasn't expecting him there. Again, Halifax just not looking on the same page right now.
No, there's a little bit of discord there. They have to put that behind them quickly.
True enough. Nice hesitation by Anthony Anderson.
That's a tough rebound by Billy White.
To Mason. Nice floater by Antoine Mason. Great finish. And that's what we want to see from Halifax, that quick transition. that has been so rare. Patillo, he's got that smooth shot, and it's good. Taquan Zimmerman now will bring it to the top. Ronaldo Dixon, drawn Juan Patillo on defense. Watson wanted the screen. Nice board by Billy White, but couldn't control it. It's going to be Moncton ball. Denzel Taylor will inbounds. Looks like Anthony Anderson will bring it up.
Has Watson gone off today?
He has, yep. Yep, he has taken a few minutes off. Played 9 minutes in the first quarter, so. Patillo again.
Wow.
And it's not as if Dixon's not doing a good job on them.
No.
He's out there.
No, it was decent defense, just a better shot.
What does Patillo? Uh-oh. Zimmerman, no good. Terry Thomas now. They'll bring it up fast. He's got to step on White, and the finish.
The seas parted as Terry Thomas took it right down the center.
Man. Halifax just not on their game tonight. Mike Leslie will call a timeout. So, Mark, if you're Coach Leslie, you got to make a few changes. You got to make a few adjustments. What are you thinking right now?
Well, I see Mike is just walking away from the huddle for a little bit, and I think that's a smart play because when you see Watson out there, he doesn't seem happy. I think sometimes the players have to talk a little bit and then have the coach come in and do the X's and O's. You know, these are men, these aren't high school players. You know, they have to resolve a little bit themselves, get their minds straight, and then you can come in with the X's and O's.
Yep. That's right. So I forget, those are all grown men. These guys have played. A lot of these guys in numerous leagues. Some of them have played in Europe. Some of them have played in other G League. Some of them have had cups of coffee in NBA Summer League. So there's a ton of experience, not just the coaching staff.
Exactly, and I think that's where you need the coach among the players to step up and bring the team back together. Because right now, I think Halifax just needs to take their defense to another level of effort. As you said, the defense isn't bad. The closeout is there, but Moncton's very comfortable. You know, every once in a while, you might have to take a bit of a hard foul, you know, to make the shooter feel a little bit uncomfortable. Not a dirty foul, just a hard foul.
Yep.
And all the players have to be there for each other. You know, they're in it together. They're professional athletes, but they have to have fun. They have to move the ball and work together. Like you said, just get back on the same page. It's only 15 points. A league of this type, that's about 2 or 3 minutes of offense.
That's right. That's right. And we've seen it happen numerous times this season. Huge leads have been swung. Halifax has dropped a few leads. Halifax has closed a few leads. In fact, Moncton, in winning their series, came back from a 17-point deficit to beat the St. John Riptide. So it's still anyone's ball game, and that's what I like about this league with the parity. Nothing is for sure.
Oh, with Allman and Thomas, you can just see they can put points on the board quickly.
Yep.
I just took note that Cliff Clinkscales really stepped up in that timeout and brought some of the players together. So let's hope Halifax's mindset is going to turn to the positive now.
Hope so, and that's why he's the captain. He's been out for a little while now. Taquan Zimmerman's been running the point for an extended period. Looks like Billy White has got to come off. Mike Poole's going to check in for him. Must be an injury or another open cut that's got to get wrapped up really quick. So Mike Poole will check in for Halifax now. Taquan Zimmerman, Mike Poole, Antoine Mason, Ronaldo Dixon, and Tyrone Watson. Zimmerman brings it up court. Poole to Mason. Tough defense by Thomas, not letting him go to that baseline. Zimmerman back to Mason. He wants that ISO. Nice step by Mason there to just kind of Euro stepped himself or crow hopped himself just past Terry Thomas to get that floater.
Yep, nice roll.
Anthony Anderson brings it up. Tyrone Watson draws that defensive assignment. Bit of a speed mismatch, I would say, but looking for Patillo. Can't get it to go. Crash by Denzel Taylor produces the rebound for Terry Thomas. He's got it at the top. Gives it back to Taylor, and he gets hacked. Looks like it's on the floor. He called on Mike Poole.
Yeah, unfortunately, that possession seems to be a bit of the story for Halifax right now. A little bit of bad luck, but also Moncton just out-hustled them to that 50-50 ball.
That's right.
Maintain possession.
And Mike Poole will check out. That's his third foul. And we've got another timeout called for Moncton. So folks, you're seeing it up there on your screen for all things Halifax Hurricanes. Get on the Halifax Hurricanes social media. Go on the website, halifaxhurricanes.ca, or you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. The tag is at Halifax Hurricanes. All right, so as we're in this timeout, we will take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. The out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Killam Apartment. And it looks like look at that. Either the stats aren't being refreshed or the game hasn't started yet, so the out-of-town scoreboard's still nothing to tell you, folks. See our Swish and Little Swish entertaining the fans. See the little ones. Always a family atmosphere here in Halifax. Great place to bring the kids for a night out. Have a lot of fun. Watch a bit of basketball.
The Halifax fans, unbiased, but I think are among the most knowledgeable in the country, and they're passionate about their basketball.
Of course, we are both a little bit biased, but it doesn't come without a bit of logic to it. How many years have the CIS finals been held here? I remember when I was growing up, Halifax always called itself the basketball capital of Canada.
I think we had a run of 24 consecutive.
Yes, we did, yeah. So Patillo to Allman. Geez, with the up fake. He had that cool step over. Couldn't make it drop, though. Antoine Mason will bring it. He'll drive, and he's going to get the foul. Nice take by Antoine Mason. And you got to think Coach Leslie probably wants to see a lot more of that from Mason, not only because he's got a good chance of hitting the shot, but he's probably going to get fouled, too, though he brings in there like a running back.
Absolutely.
He'll get 2 now.
Down 13 points with a minute 47, getting points with the clock stops, not a bad thing.
Exactly. Hits his first, does Antoine Mason. 10 points for him. Make it 11. Caliste will sub in now for Corey Allman. Moncton's got Caliste, Patillo, Denzel Taylor, Terry Thomas, and Anthony Anderson bringing the ball up court. Dribble handoff. He'll get fouled.
A little confusion there in that screen. The assignment was missed, and Moncton player took it right to the hoop.
You see the replay there. Foul on number 22, Ronaldo Dixon. Anderson rims out on the first shot. He shoots at a 77% clip on the season, so he can hit him. And it's good. Hits the second one. Zimmerman bringing it up court. Surprised we have not seen Clinkscales come back into this game in quite a while.
Yes,
I'm wondering if
curious.
if he's hurt.
It's the playoffs. You have to go with your best. So I think your supposition there is probably accurate. We'll have to wait and see at halftime.
Dixon getting away with a bit of a hand check there on Anthony Anderson. Kicked out. Going to be Moncton ball. On the baseline will be inbound by Juan Patillo. Gets it to Taylor. Taylor to Anderson. Back to Patillo. Good closeout that time by Dixon. Patillo missed everything on that shot.
It was a good closeout, but he didn't fight through that screen. The shot was able to get off because he didn't give enough effort, in my opinion. The closeout was there, but you have to fight through that screen, get over it.
Antoine Mason with the drive, and it's good.
Nice.
Taylor hoping for the charge. He's not going to get it. And like I said, that's what they got to rely on. That's who they need to throw the team on their back, on his back, is Antoine Mason.
Right now the deficit's only 10. As bad as this has been for Halifax, it's only 10.
Anthony Anderson Thomas. Kicks it out to Kalise. Kalise runs into a brick wall, keeps it. Nice finish by Kalise. What a 2-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Watson backs down Kalise again. Strong move. Go to that. That's a mismatch. Kalise just not big enough to guard against Watson underneath with his back to the basket. He's doing a good job as Watson on Anthony Anderson, the smaller, quicker player. Great defense by Antoine Mason. Good job keeping the Magic from scoring, keeping them from going with any more momentum than they already have going into this second half. So we've got a 59-49 game. Moncton takes a 10-point lead into the second half. Your thoughts so far on where Halifax needs to go in this next half?
Well, I think at this point in time, Halifax has just got to give a little bit more effort, in particular in the closeouts, fight through those screens. I really see it as, I hate to say it, more of an effort problem right now. Moncton is shooting a very, very high percentage at this point in time.
Sure are.
42% from three-point line, 54% from the field overall. Halifax is just going to have to do a better job. Halifax is doing a good job on the boards. It's about even, 23-20. Halifax in the lead. Again, the assist-to-turnover ratio is just far in Moncton's favor.
All right, and with that, folks, we will take a step aside for a few minutes, and we will rejoin you when the second half begins. Matt Elliott, Mark Raftis here with the Silver Vision crew. You're watching the Halifax Hurricanes YouTube channel.
pretty easy to figure out why.
Fair enough. And before we get this one going, I want to say hello to all of you watching on the YouTube channel, those of you, the Halifax fans and all over the country, and those of you internationally. I know for a fact we got one man watching from Mongolia. Hello to you, John McNulty. All right, Juan Patillo looking to take Brown to the basket. He will step out of bounds. Nice defense by Rommel Brown. Halifax ball.
Yeah, they're going to need Rommel Brown's defense this half.
They're going to need everyone's defense this half. Clinkscale's back in the game. Good to see. Didn't play a lot of minutes. Kicks it to Mason. Mason for three. No good. Billy White.
Great hustle play by Billy White to keep the rebound alive.
Clinkscales takes a rare three. Misses everything.
Just doesn't seem right out there, Matt.
No, he doesn't. Was watching him during the warm-ups, and he was taking it easy, to say the least. It looks like a lower body injury. I haven't got a report on it yet. We'll see.
He didn't elevate at all on that shot, unlike him.
Yeah, and obviously it showed where he didn't even hit the rim. Anthony Anderson, he can shoot it. No good. Loose ball goes to Patillo. Anderson nowhere to go. He'll take it back out. Looking for the two-man game. Him, Patillo. Ooh. Nice flush there. Good job, Anthony Anderson, to bring it back out. Run that two-man game on Patillo.
Oh.
And a giveaway. Rommel Brown wasn't expecting that ball at all. Halifax still looking like they are not on the same page. Again, the two-man game. No good. Halifax brings it up quick. Mason with the take. Can't get it to fall. Gets his own rebound, and he'll get fouled.
But you know what, Matt? Even though they didn't make that shot, that looked like the Halifax Hurricanes that we know.
That's
Getting
right.
the ball out in transition, up the floor, 3 passes, shot opportunity.
And making something happen. So that foul called on Denzel Taylor. That's his second, team first. Antoine Mason to the line for two. First one's good. Two for two.
He's got that little hitch there at the top of his free throw.
He's got that at the
Unusual.
top of all of his shots, actually, even when he shoots a three. Very non-traditional, if you will.
Yes.
Patillo looking for somewhere to go. Ramel Brown on him, looking for the ISO. He can deal. Nice defense by Brown.
Yep, perfect job keeping him outside.
Anderson puts it up as the seconds were dwindling, and he hits it. Like I said, he can hit that shot. Clinkscales bringing it up to Watson. Billy White wide open. Denzel Taylor didn't close out. He's not giving him that respect. Terry Thomas, by far the best player in the first half for them. 23 points so far today. Patillo at the free throw line, looking to take Brown again. Nice defense by Brown. Did a good job at changing the trajectory of that shot. Clinkscales will bring it up. Watson now can't get the finish. And now Moncton will look to push with Taylor. No one adjusted to that. I don't know what happened defensively with Halifax, but Terry Thomas just got in behind everybody.
Yep.
2 points for him, 65-51, Moncton with the lead.
No, you need all 5 players have to be on board with defensive intensity.
Antoine Mason, the drive, and he'll get fouled. Looks like it's on the ground. Number 3, Corey Allman. He doesn't seem to agree.
Is that his 4th? That's his 4th.
That's 4 on Allman. Team foul number 2, and Mason will go to the line for 2, so it wasn't on the ground as I called it. Hits the first.
That's a potentially big foul for how this game is going to play out, though. If they lose Allman's instant offense.
Definitely. And if I'm Coach Leslie, if I'm Antoine Mason, whoever is guarding Allman, I'm saying take it. Take it to the rim.
Yep, take it right at him. And he's off.
He'll take a seat. Jason Calise will check in. Calise, no slouch. He can score and he can defend himself. Anthony Anderson will bring the ball up court. Clinkscales on the assignment.
Okay, good.
Khalees now.
Help.
Gets the screen, takes the three.
Much better defensive effort by Halifax there.
Definitely see it fought through the screen.
Fought through the screen, defended the high screen roll, and then when the play was made, the pass down low, the help side came over.
Got a little bit of a bump on the ground there. Billy White.
Moncton losing their composure a little bit.
Looks like it. Foul called on Jason Khalees. See the replay there? Don't know if we'll see it. Oh, yeah. Just got tangled up.
Hard to argue that one.
Clinkscales inbounds to Mason. Mason at the top of the key. He drives. Pops. Oh, he gets fouled. No good, but he will go to the line for 2, and he is doing a great job of drawing those fouls.
Seen a lot of sarcastic smiles from Moncton. I don't think they're happy with the start of this half in terms of the foul call, the disparity.
You see it on the replay there. Looks like Khalees just got him with the fingers a little bit. That's his second. He's picked up 2 quick ones. He hits it.
Back to 10.
That puts him at 9 for 10 from the free throw line. Great day for him from the charity stripe. Terry Thomas at the top of the key. Watson's got the defensive assignment. He puts it up. Good closeout by Watson. Offensive board by Denzel Taylor.
Only Thomas's 3rd miss today from the field.
Looked like Ramel Brown took just a bit of that shot. Turnover by Halifax. Watson had nowhere to go with it. Terry Thomas was there in his face.
Clinkscales coming over and talking to Watson, keeping him in a positive frame of mind. Great leadership.
Yeah, you got to keep him calm. Thomas inbounds now to Juan Patillo. Pushes it to Anderson. He'll bring it to the top. Back to Khalees. Patillo working on Brown.
Great contest by Brown.
Clinkscales drives it up quick. Hand it off to Mason. Couldn't get the handle. Now it's a 2-on-1. Anthony Anderson will get fouled by Billy White. Smart foul, I think.
I agree. Yeah, that was a clear 2 points if he didn't foul him.
Yeah, and you can't give him, especially when you're down this much. You don't want to send a message that's too rough, but at the same time, you don't want to give him anything easy. Looking like 3 fouls for Billy White. It is indeed.
Yeah.
4 points. Quiet game for him. And Mark, as Billy White goes, generally so do the Hurricanes. They need him to step up. As Anderson hits a second. 67-55, Moncton with the lead.
Yeah, Billy White's been quiet. Usually 18 points a game and 9 rebounds. As of right now, 4 points, 3 rebounds.
Turnover, Halifax. Anderson's going to bring it up. Went baseline, decided to keep it. Got the screen. Watson on Taylor. Tough defense by Tyrone Watson. Good body bump. Taylor lost the handle. Turnover, Halifax ball. Clinkscales bringing it up. Billy White. To Mason. There he goes again. Looks like he got hit. Halifax ball. Didn't see what happened there from where I am. You see the replay here. Looks like he just got a bit of a finger across the eye there, perhaps.
Yeah, raked across his face.
Fortunate no call for Taylor. Watson inbound to Clinkscales. Clinkscales takes it to the top of the key. And we've got a tie up again. And the guys are having words now.
It's almost palpable. I can feel a bit of a momentum shift here. Halifax is playing some tough defense. There's been a lot of loose fouls on Moncton. Halifax just needs to convert.
That's right. And they're at 16 fouls now for Moncton. So pretty soon Halifax is going to be into the bonus. Pass by Watson behind the back. They kick it back out to Clinkscales. Clock dwindling. He puts up 3, and it's good. There we go. That's what Halifax needs from the captain. A bit of scoring punch.
And did you see him elevate on that shot?
Sure did, yeah.
That looked healthy.
And we got another turnover now. It's going to be Halifax ball. Or was this a foul? Saw Mason run right to the free throw line. Indeed it was.
Offensive foul with the elbow.
Police is John. They got to separate him and Mason. Things are going to get ugly here really quick unless someone steps in. There you go. Refs are coming in. Cooler heads got to prevail here. Khalees picked up 4 quick fouls. Mason being brought out, cooled down. Coach
Interesting.
Leslie on the court.
Yes.
Everyone's cool now. You see Clinkscales over there talking to Mason. Tell him to calm down.
And good on the officials for letting the coach out there to calm things down instead of calling a meaningless technical foul from being out of his coaching box.
I agree.
And here he comes again.
I've never had an issue with that in situations like this where you got to get guys calm down. You see Clinkscales getting the fans going. The captain getting the Halifax crowd into this game. Halifax has closed the lead to 9 and looking to make that even closer as they'll get possession with Mason inbounding the ball to Clinkscales.
Anthony Anderson still with losing his composure, yapping a little bit. We'll see what happens in this possession.
Watching the Clinkscales. Clinkscales for another 3. No good. Patillo grabs the board, brings it up. Not bad handles for a big fella, this Patillo.
No, I'm sure he was giving his coach a nervous fit there, though. Give it up, give it up.
No doubt. Anthony Anderson for 3. No good. Clinkscales with the rebound. Look at Clinkscales boxing out Patillo. Not a smart pass, though.
Clinkscales is playing very free right now. Something must have loosened up either in his ankle or his back. We're not sure, but he's playing well.
Looking a lot better. However, didn't pick up Terry Thomas. Whoever drew that assignment, he was able to streak in for an easy 2. Billy White now gets the foul. Denzel Taylor not happy about it. He's going to jaw. Billy White will go to the free throw line for 2. Joe Salerno talking it over with the refs right now. He's not overly happy about it. We've got a timeout on the floor. There's the rebound. Excuse me, the replay.
Yeah, I just saw the replay, Matt, and even though he was in a good defensive position, he leaned over and there was clearly contact, and it was a legitimate foul.
All right.
Maybe not the hardest foul, but a legitimate foul.
We're going to try this again, folks. The out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Nova Spinal Care. Take it, Mark.
Looks like St. John's Edge has the early edge on the London Lightning, leading 30-18 with 1:25 to go in the first quarter.
All right.
Which is a very surprising start given the fact that London averages 119 points a game.
Very slow start for them, but...
And they're at home.
I imagine they'll pick that back up. They've got a lot of guys that can score.
Yeah. Ironically, Halifax was in the same boat, down by almost a similar score at the start.
Yeah. And Halifax actually won the second quarter by about 8 points, I believe it was, from what I remember looking at the stats.
32-24, you're right.
They lost the first one by 18, so.
Yeah, and basketball is a game of runs, so you want to limit the runs against you and maximize the runs in your favor.
That's right. So right now, with the timeout on the court, Halifax trails 69-58. 5:40 left to go in the third quarter. Take a look at some of our scoring leaders right now. As we've said, Terry Thomas leads all scorers with 25. Antoine Mason's Halifax's leader. He's got 19. 9 of those from free throw land. He's been good. 7 boards.
Moncton has 2 players right now with 4 fouls. The aforementioned Corey Almond as well as Jason Khalees. So they're in trouble. Those are 2 key performers for them.
They are, and Khalees picked up those fouls quickly. I don't think he had any going into this half.
I think you're right. He really has been a bit invisible today. 2 for 3 from the field, and not a rebound.
Yep, I looked at the stats there at the end of the half. He had 0 fouls, so he's picked up all 4 of those in this half. All right, as we get ready here, you see the fans dancing, kids having a good time.
Oh, it's a great atmosphere, Matt.
Billy White to the line. He'll shoot his first of 2. It's good.
Similar to baseball players, there's just something about a shooter that shoots left. It just looks poetic compared to righties.
He hits them both. Put 6 on the scoreboard for White. Anthony Anderson.
Watson working hard to get over the screens. He's got an extra level of energy this half.
And that's what they're going to need. Terry Thomas with the drive. Looks like Mason got his hand in there to knock the ball loose. Joe Salerno thought he had the foul, but it was a loose ball at that point. It's going to be Moncton ball. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Williams, 2 seconds. I don't think Khalees knows. Too late.
Shot clock violation.
So not good communication there for the Moncton Magic. Someone should have been saying 5 seconds left on the clock because Khalees had no clue until it was too late. Clinkscales to Mason. Mason to Watson. Back to Clinkscales. Anderson on him. Gets the screen. Mason with the dish to Brown. What a pass by Mason to Brown. Great unselfish basketball. Good positioning by Brown and a great finish.
Textbook basketball, Matt.
Rommel Brown to the line. It's good. He's about a 50% free throw shooter, so you're happy when he puts it in.
Another lefty. Halifax must lead the league in lefty shooters.
69-63. Halifax has closed the gap to 6 points. Foul on the floor. Called on Antoine Mason with a hold. That'll be his second of the game. Team number 3.
You don't mind that though, Matt. He's making the Moncton defender work hard.
That's right. Got to make him earn those points.
You're expending a lot of energy now on every possession. Terry Thomas just moves so well without the ball.
It's fluid, right? Halifax gets the loose ball. Clinkscales brings it up with the hesitation. Nowhere to go. Back out to Billy White. Billy thought about it. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Can't make it fall.
Everything but the girl.
Clinkscales, I mean, he's got that hesitation down to a science. Good job of Moncton to come back and scorch him. Juan Patillo, nice floater for 2.
3 seconds and a 4-point turnaround.
Just like that. Tough D by Khalees on Mason. It's like Mike Poole getting ready to check into the game. And it's good, and one. Antoine Mason with the wild off-balance jumper and makes it. He's having a game today, Mark.
Just showing his superior upper body strength. Taking the hit, but keeping his shoulders square and finishing.
Great body control. Son of Anthony Mason.
Former Knicks legend.
That's right. And it's good. He completes the 3-point play. Antoine Mason leads the Halifax Hurricanes now, 22 points. Patillo on Mason. That's a bit of a mismatch. Kicks it back out to Terry Thomas. He misses everything. Anderson comes up with it. Gotta wonder if they know what the clock is at now. 3. And steal. Mason to Poole. To Brown. Can't get the finish, but looks like a foul on Halifax. Over the back, perhaps. Not sure what happened there, but it will be Moncton ball. It was indeed an offensive foul. Called on Antoine Mason. That's team foul number 4 for Halifax. Halifax in the bonus now. Moncton with 7. So Halifax needs to take advantage of that if they can. Get some free throws. Looks like Allman, Jeremy Williams getting ready to check in. Mike Poole getting called for the foul on the ground there.
But look at Terry Thomas. He's expending a lot of energy to get his shot off.
He is.
It's going to be interesting to see how he finishes this game in the fourth quarter, because as hot as he was in the first half, he is really laboring now and earning everything he gets.
Yeah, he's going to be tired. He'll inbound the ball. Anderson will take it to the top. Give it to Allman. Haven't heard much from Allman this half, but he is not a guy that Halifax wants to get hot. Jeez. He hits him from anywhere, Mark.
He sure does. Playing with 4 fouls, though.
Yep. But he's a deadly scorer. He continues his hot streak against Halifax with 2 points there. Mike Poole to Billy White. Williams draws that defensive match. White, nowhere to go to Poole. Nice floater off the glass. 2 for Mike Poole.
As you said, as Billy White goes, Halifax goes.
Looks like a travel, and indeed it was. Jeremy Williams with the walk. Anthony Cox going to check into the game now. He's going to relieve Juan Patillo. Looks like Tyrone Watson will check in. He's going to give Brown a breather. Some good minutes for Brown. Clinkscales bringing it up court. Billy White outside 3. Hand off to Watson. Watson back to White. White backs him down. Let's see if he goes left. What's the call on the ground? Foul, but it's on the ground, no shots. It was called on 2-1. It was indeed. Foul called on Jeremy Williams on the floor. You see the replay there. Good call. You see he got his arms up underneath his Billy White's elbow. Taquan Zimmerman checking into the game. Give Cliff Clinkscales a blow. They needed those minutes that they just got out of Clinkscales.
See if he hits the bike. No, I think he's just going to sit on the bench. Whatever was ailing him in the first half is past.
Yeah. Billy White hits his first. And his second. Halifax closes that lead to 3.
It was looking pretty grim in the first quarter, but Halifax is in this game now.
Slowly chipping away are the Halifax Hurricanes. A bit of a wrestling match underneath. They're going to call Watson.
It's a tough call.
It is a tough call. It's just, he's playing tough D, stiff D.
Good
I don't know if I
positional
would have called
defense.
it. Yeah. But I am not the ref. Moncton to inbound. Williams to Cox, kicks it back out to Anderson at the top of the key. He'll give it back to Allman. Mike Poole not able to close out, got lucky. And Watson just takes the ball, and we got a jump ball. Good play by Watson. That's that hustle you want from him. Got a hold of that ball and did not let go, and you know what? Good luck pulling it from him.
Oh, it's like a vice grip.
So Halifax will get the ball. Al Stewart will check into the game for Anthony Anderson.
With a chance to tie, and I think the Scotiabank Center, the roof's going to blow off.
Yeah, there will be a happy fan base here. Taquan Zimmerman will run the 1 for the Hurricanes. Corey Allman draws that defensive assignment kick to the corner. Antoine Mason back to Zimmerman to Watson. He can shoot that now. Nice play there. You see the positioning. Mike Poole had a great position. Forced the defender to go over his back. I believe it was Al Stewart. See the replay. That's a box out, folks.
Yep.
Mike Poole just does so much for this team. Hits the first.
Halifax is wearing Moncton down in the interior game.
Yes, they are. Mike Poole for his second free throw. This could bring Halifax within 1. He hits it. 73-72. Clinkscale's on the sideline, telling the fans to get up. Terry Thomas slows it down. They're looking for Allman. Mike Poole's drawn that defensive assignment, and that's who I would have put on him too. One of the better defenders on the Halifax Hurricanes. Rims out. Foul on the floor. Looks like it. 23 White. So Billy White called for a foul on the floor. Not sure what happened there.
That's his fourth.
He's confused too. Ronaldo Dixon will check in. Give Billy White a break. Both teams in bonus now, so Anthony Cox will go to the line for 2 free throws.
Halifax is really going to need Ronaldo Dixon's defense here. They have to keep this momentum going.
They sure are. And he can do that. He's a good rim protector. He's got that length. Cox hits the first. He's a 66% free throw shooter on the season. No stranger to Halifax is Anthony Cox. Spent last season here.
He and Ronaldo both 6'9". Tallest athletes on the rosters.
Misses the first, or excuse me, misses his second. Halifax will come away with it with a chance to take the lead or at least tie. There's Anthony Cox, knocks it loose. Fight for the ball. Oh my. Terry Thomas comes away with it. Not too sure what the call is here. Call on Dixon on the floor. And that's going to be 2 shots. That was a weird sequence there.
It was.
I didn't even know how to call it.
But not unsurprisingly, Thomas comes up with the ball.
That's right. Right place, right time. And good basketball players know how to be in the right place at the right time.
They make their own luck. Luck is where preparation meets opportunity.
That's right. Hits his first. It'll be 28 points for him. Misses the second. Ronaldo Dixon with the rebound. Poked out of bounds by Thomas.
Thomas, when he misses, he's missing everything front rim. That's a sign of getting a little bit tired.
A little fatigue.
Played a lot of minutes, taking a lot of shots.
So Ramel Brown will check in. Ronaldo Dixon will take a seat. Antoine Mason brings it up. He's driving. There it is again. If I'm Antoine Mason, that's all I'm going to do.
Oh, with his upper body strength, he can just bull his way to the hoop.
You can see that Moncton starting to get a little bit frustrated with all the foul calls. Can't say I blame. He'll miss the first, does Antoine Mason. Only the second free throw he's missed today. He's 10 of 11 before that, so 10 of 12 now. And it's good. Hits 1 of 2. Halifax within 2. Al Stewart brings it up. Drives into the key, pops, and gets it. Gets the and one for Al Stewart.
He got the step and floated it up and over. 5'10" point guard in amongst the trees, but nice touch to finish.
Yep. Foul on Taquan Zimmerman. That's his second, and of course, as you said, teams are in the bonus right now. Zimmerman will bring it up. Zimmerman, Poole, Brown, Mason, and Watson on the floor for Halifax.
About a
Mike
3-second differential between the game and shot clock.
No good for Mason with the 3. And Moncton's going to push. Terry Thomas, he's fast. And with the finish and the and one, just like that. Like you said, it's a game of runs. And right now, Halifax went from down 2 to potentially down 8, just like that. That's 4 on Antoine Mason. Talking with the ref right now, doesn't really agree with it. See the replay there. Great finish by Terry Thomas. Chance for the and one now. Will he complete the three-point play? He does. So, put the third quarter in the books. Moncton finished that one on a run. They are now up 81-73, so Halifax had gotten within 2 points at one point. We're hoping to even take the lead going into the fourth. Weren't able to do it, and a couple of back-to-back and one opportunities.
Yeah, before that short but decisive run by Moncton, I had the feeling that Halifax was wearing Moncton down. They were getting to the hoop, getting Moncton in foul trouble, but Moncton showed their resilience, led by Terry Thomas.
31 points has Terry Thomas. He leads. Juan Patillo second for them with 19. Antoine Mason has 23. Mike Poole behind him with 15. So folks, while we're on our break, I'll give you the schedule for the remainder of this series. Game 2 happening here in Halifax this Saturday, 21st of April at 7 p.m. If you're in Halifax, or if you're going to be in Halifax, get your tickets, come join us. Games 3 and 4 will be played in Moncton. Game 3, Tuesday the 24th of April at 7 p.m. And the 26th of April, that's a Thursday, also at 7 p.m. in Moncton. Game 5, if required, will come back to Halifax. That'll be Saturday the 28th of April at 7 p.m. as well. Should it be required, Game 6 is Sunday, 29th of April, and Game 6 is in Moncton, 29th of April, and Game 7, if required, in Halifax, the 5th of May. So that'll be interesting. If this game goes, if this series goes to 7, there'll be almost a week break between Game 6 and 7, so both teams will have chances to get rested up before a Game 7. Halifax obviously doesn't want it to get that far, neither does Moncton, but
no, if it does get to Game 7 though, and it's back here in Halifax with a week off, you have to think that would favor Halifax, having the home crowd.
Certainly would, and given their home record so far.
I have to say that was a quarter of action where the status quo was basically maintained. The percentage of shooting, the turnover and assist ratios and rebounding have stayed pretty much static. The big difference in the game still appears to be the made extra three-point shots by Moncton.
Not only that, but I'm looking at the stats here. Moncton's got 10 steals to Halifax 5, so they're doubling them in steals as well.
Good call, good pickup.
Jeremy Williams takes it to his right. Looks like he got Watson in the face there, and that one drops. Lead back to 10 for the Moncton Magic. Nowhere to go for Mason. He'll get the handoff back from Ramel Brown. Puts up the floater. No good. Watson with the board. Kicks it back out to Zimmerman. To Poole for three. No good. Nice fight by Al Stewart. Almost goes into the front row there. He'll bring it up court.
There's been a few moments this game where Halifax has had a chance to seize momentum and they just haven't been able to hit that shot.
That's right.
And Moncton's gone down and hit the shot.
Thomas misses. Mason streaking. He'll have the easy layup for two. Nice transition by Halifax. Al Stewart will bring it up. Terry Thomas to the wing and Cox at the top. Nowhere to go. Hand off to Al Stewart. Drives to his left. Kicks out to Terry Thomas. No good. Rebound by Anthony Cox. Blocked by Ramel Brown.
Stayed with it.
Zimmerman comes away with it. Foul called. Looks like it's going to be on number 10, Al Stewart. Anthony Anderson checking into the game now. Zimmerman brings it up. Watson hands off to Mason. Mason at the top of the key. He'll hand to Zimmerman from way downtown. It's good.
Big shot.
Huge shot by Taquan Zimmerman. They really need him to get hot here, Mark. Halifax chipping away. Jeremy Williams Hands off to Allman. It will not be a backcourt violation as it got hit by Mike Poole by the looks of things. Allman wanted that foul, wanted those 3 points, those 3 free throws. He will not get it.
Well, it looked like Poole did defend, but he came straight down from his position, jumping straight up, which you're allowed to do.
That's right. Oh, Ramel Brown had a nice move, but he lost the handle. Al Stewart will push it up quick. Williams has a step, can't hold it. Ramel Brown crashes. Last touch by Halifax is going to be Moncton Magic ball. Good hustle by Ramel Brown. Big man hitting the floor.
Oh, yeah.
He ripped his pants, favoring that knee a little bit. Billy White's going to check in the game now. He'll give Antoine Mason a breather. Halifax going big with Ramel Brown, Tyrone Watson, and Billy White. Underneath, Zimmerman and Poole playing the guards. Al Stewart, take it at the top. He'll dish to Allman. Allman looking to get a few shots away, no doubt. Anderson to Patillo. He's had that jumper going all game. Don't know why he hesitated there. Didn't matter, he hit it.
15 foot from the elbow. Makeable shot
sharp
for any big man.
Zimmerman draws a double, kicks it over. Watson, it's good. Like I said, that jumper from down there is something he's been working on all season. He's got to pretty good percentage with it now. Anderson Patillo with a floater way off, well defended by Halifax. Watson, give it up to somebody. He's going coast to coast.
Just got that pass
underneath
off.
to Billy White, squeezed it in. White with the hoop and the harm. Great finish by Billy White.
Might have had a quick roll of his ankle.
Yeah, it looked like it. I don't know if we'll see a replay here, but a great pass by Watson. Well, there's Watson's jump shot.
From the short corner. And here's the dish by Watson, and clearly a foul up around the face area, and looks like he had a quick roll when he came down. Hoop and harm.
And it didn't look like the defender bit on the up fake. It just looked he had his arms not straight up. And it'll get you. Billy hits it, completes the three-point play. Al Stewart will bring it up for the Moncton Magic.
Halifax back within 2.
I have a feeling that this is the kind of series it's going to be. A back-and-forth hard one. Patillo guarded by Billy. Nice hand by Billy White. Gets it to Taquan Zimmerman. He'll bring it up. Spins. No, can't get the finish. Denzel Taylor with the rebound. They'll run it up. Patillo, he can hit it. Short. And Halifax will push now. Watson to Zimmerman for 3. No good. Back out to Zimmerman.
Halifax bench is on its feet.
They sure are. They're going to slow it down a little bit. Watson's got the mismatch. Al Stewart. Nice dish to Ramel Brown with the finish. Just like that, we have ourselves a tie game, folks. 85-85. Halifax Hurricanes have clawed their way back. Al Stewart pushes it up court, brings it across the timeline over to Denzel Taylor. Taylor gives it up to Anderson. Anderson drives to his left. And a steal by Mike Poole. He'll get hacked by Al Stewart. Smart foul by Stewart there.
No clear path foul in the NBL, unfortunately.
And you see the finish there by Rommel Brown, just all strength. Yeah.
What do you think, Matt? Should they bring that rule in, the clear path rule?
I don't know. I was never a huge fan of it. You know, there's a bit of strategy, I think, to not giving up an easy point to a guy. Mike Poole, inbound to Taquan Zimmerman. To Mason. Mason guarded by Allman to Brown. Zimmerman off the screen for 3. It's good! Halifax takes the lead. 88-85. The Halifax Hurricanes have taken their first lead of the game. And the fans are on their feet here. The bench is on their feet. Momentum in Halifax favor right now. If I'm Coach Leslie, you got to find a way to hold on to that momentum and keep scoring and make sure they play defense.
Amazing catch and shoot by Zimmerman. Great body control, fluid motion. Boom.
And that's why he's their sharpshooter. Shot about 40% from beyond the arc on the season. Surprisingly, quietly, The second best was Cliff Clinkscales. He was in around 36 or 37%, which is a respectable three-point shooting percentage in its own.
For sure. Zimmerman 3 for 5 from beyond the arc tonight.
11 points for him. Billy White starting to come alive. He's got 11 points now. Antoine Mason leading the way with 25 points, 8 rebounds. Terry Thomas leads the way for the Moncton Magic, 31 points, 6 boards. Followed by Juan Patillo, having a great game, 22 shots. Juan Patillo has taken 22 shots. I didn't know that until I looked at the stats. But he's hit 10 of them.
If you didn't look at the stat sheet, you'd think Terry Thomas would have 25 shots.
Yeah, he would. Alrighty, while we got a second here, we'll check back into the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by New Scotland Clothing Company.
And it looks like St. John's Edge has opened up a lead, 52-37 now over the London Lightning. 2:49 to go in the second quarter. Where is the London offense, Matt?
I don't know. Quiet day for them. It's not usual that you see them with that low of a score, especially with the first half almost done. And the game you're watching now, folks, 88-85. Halifax Hurricanes have taken the lead.
A different look in the Hurricanes' eyes right now. Confidence, focused, ready to play.
And that will happen when the momentum swings in your favor. Anderson bringing it up. He's guarded by Taquan Zimmerman. To Allman. They're really trying to get Allman free for some shots. Halifax is doing a great job of giving him a hard time. Taquan Zimmerman with the steal. He'll push it up. Stops and pops. It's good!
Wow!
Taquan Zimmerman.
He is feeling it.
Three-pointer. What a shot.
Matt, he could have taken it to the hoop for the easy layup, but no, he pulled up for the three.
He had numbers. He could have done a number of things. He's got that confidence zone as a coach. You love to see that. When your best shooter's starting to feel it.
When he's stroking it, shoot it.
That's right. Halifax with the board. Zimmerman will bring it up. Halifax will slow it down. 6:45 left to go in the game. Antoine Mason guarded by Allman to Ramel Brown. Denzel Taylor draws that.
What
nice
a pass
by Ramel Brown to Taquan Zimmerman, and he finishes easy.
Great eyes. Just a laser from the top of the three-point line. Under the hoop, 2 points.
Halifax has some great passing bigs. Juan Patillo now going to work on Brown. He'll kick it back out to Terry Thomas. Thomas drives. He got hit. Now it's a good call. Probably on Billy White. It is on Billy White. That'll be 5 on him. You see the replay there. Stop and pop by Taquan Zimmerman. And the bench celebrates. So, Billy White gets his 5th foul. That's the team's first. Terry Thomas to the line for 2. Tyrone Watt gets ready to check in. Thomas hits the first. Rims out the second. Mike Poole with the rebound. Zimmerman will bring it up court for Halifax. To his right. Draws the double, kicks it to Brown. Brown underneath to a wide open Billy White for the flush. Halifax is on a roll right now, Mark.
Playing with confidence, moving the ball, and guys are making their shots.
What a turnaround for Halifax, who now holds a 95-86 lead, 9-point lead. But with players like Terry Thomas, like you see right there, and Corey Allman, you can't feel comfortable with a lead of anything.
No, they're going to keep coming at Halifax.
They sure are. And a nice finish by Terry Thomas there. Man, he's fast.
So we have 5 minutes to go. It's interesting. Are you going to sub out Billy White? Right now, this unit's playing well together.
I think I leave him in. Halifax has a deep enough bench that I leave him in. I take my chances, and if he fouls, well, then I still have guys that I can bring in, like Ronaldo Dixon. Nice hands by Anthony Anderson. Tough defense by the Moncton Magic there. Did a good job. You see the replay here of that pass. Billy White with a huge flush. Nice pass underneath. Good vision by Ramel Brown. He's had a couple of great passes here this quarter.
Oh, for sure. For a big man to pass like that, it's incredible. Let's monitor this Billy White situation, see if it's just a short blow on the bench and if he's coming back.
He comes out. Tyrone Watson replaces him. Hands off to Mason. He shot that one from Goddigan Street. No good. Halifax, the clock was running down. Shot clock violation. Corey Allman will inbound. 5:06 left to go in the game. Halifax leading 95-88.
Now, if you're Halifax, there's still 5 minutes to go, but you don't want to sit on a lead. You want to continue to be aggressive.
That's right.
Move the ball, look for good shots. Keep doing what you're doing.
That's right. You don't want to take, you don't want to rush it. Corey Allman for three. No good. I think he was trying to sell it. Even he knew he wasn't going to get it. Antoine Mason now. Denzel Taylor will step out on him. Back to Zimmerman at half. Anthony Anderson will push out on him. Asks for the screen from Watson. Two-man game. Watson underneath to a wide open Ramel Brown and the block. They are just finding their spots right now. Halifax, they're all on the same page, and it looks like they've got Moncton a little bit confused.
Yeah, Halifax has spread their offense out. So conversely, Moncton has to come out to defend them. So the passing angles are there. It's easier to get the ball inside.
Great defense by Ramel Brown. Watson to Poole. Poole pop for three. No good. Watson almost had it. Terry Thomas is going to bring it up court now. He'll hold it and give it back to Patillo. Patillo to Allman. Allman over to Anthony Anderson. Halifax rotates. Tough draw right now for Taekwon Zimmerman. Ramel Brown with the help. Blocks that passing lane to Anthony Mason. Can't get the finish. Mike Poole cleans it up. And they get it. Antoine Mason with the tip in. Good hustle ball by Halifax. Looks like Joe Salerno gonna call a timeout. To be honest, I'm surprised he didn't call a little bit sooner.
Yeah, I agree.
But he calls it just the same. Halifax goes in this timeout. There's the replay here, Mark. Watching underneath to Ramel Brown. Big flush by the big man. I don't know.
You can just see Halifax, Matt. The level of energy that they have right now is 3 or 4 notches above what they had in the first half, and it's paying dividends.
And as we look at Cliff Clinkscales on the bench, still, reminder, Halifax is doing this without their court general. They're doing it without their captain. Mind you, he's still there.
Yep.
But they're doing it without him on the court.
Yeah, not on the court, but in the timeout just a few moments ago, he was leading the charge.
Yep.
Making sure everybody feels like they're contributing and keeping the positive energy going. It'll be interesting to hear what the issue was that kept him out of the game. At times he looked like he was laboring. Other times he looked very fluid.
Yep.
I suspect it might be a lower back injury. I don't know if you've ever had back spasms, but they can come and go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll be interested too. See if I can get a word with the coach after the game. They're usually, like I was telling you during the game, they're usually pretty tight-lipped about it for obvious reasons. A lot more energy in the stadium right now. In the Scotiabank Center right now. The fans are loud. Captain Clinkscales getting them into it. The kids are dancing. Halifax has a 9-point lead.
Hard to believe, Matt, but since the first quarter, it's been a 29-point turnaround from being down 18 to now being up 11.
Good math. Didn't even have to take your shoes off to do all that counting. So Moncton will get the ball on the baseline. They will inbound. Will be Denzel Taylor. Taekwon Zimmerman will come down and guard Anthony Anderson. So let's see what Coach Salerno has drawn up. He tries to get his team back into this one. Anderson brings it up to his right, looking for Thomas. That one looks off from where I am, and it is. Yep. Ramel Brown with the rebound. Zimmerman will bring it up. On the court for Halifax, Zimmerman, Mason, Ramel Brown, Mike Poole, and Tyrone Watson for Moncton. It's Terry Thomas, Juan Patillo, Denzel Taylor, Corey Allman, and Anthony Anderson.
So 3 minutes to go, down 11. You're probably going to see some quick shot opportunities for Moncton. They need to get back in the game quickly.
Yes, they do, and I expect them to look for Thomas and Allman. And another great shot by Taekwon Zimmerman. He has caught fire this quarter.
They're correcting it now. Points were added to Moncton's side in error, but now it's 103-88.
103-88. They fixed that, thankfully. Terry Thomas with the drive. He will get the hack. They're going to give him 2. Continuation. And 1 for Terry Thomas. Very nice finish by him.
He's had a whale of a game. But the big difference in the second half, you know, a shooter like that who starts out 8 for 10 is going to cool off. But Halifax has made him work very hard for his shots this half.
That's right.
And he's front rimming a lot of shots, as we saw in that free throw there. He's tired.
And 14 for 21 he is on the game, which is still a fantastic line to be shooting.
Oh, he's had a whale of a game.
Taquan Zimmerman has 13 points so far. Story of the fourth quarter. What another pass by Ramel Brown. I know, call me biased. I call the Halifax Hurricanes games, but from the teams I've seen, I don't know if there's another team that's got the number of passing big men that Halifax has. Don't get me wrong, Royce White can pass, and there's other guys that can dish, but Halifax has 3 or 4.
Great weapons to have, and when the offense is spaced out, you can see that it pays dividends.
Yep. So, out of bounds. Allman will inbound to Patillo. Ramel Brown almost had it. Oh, Patillo almost lost it off his own leg. Nice pass, though. There you go. He must have heard me talking to Juan Patillo because he had a nice dime there to Anthony Anderson underneath for the finish. 105-92 Halifax. Zimmerman will bring it up. Over to Watson to Poole. Poole will hold. Looking for the screen. Back to Watson. All the way up to Zimmerman. He's been hot. No good. Big board by Denzel Taylor.
Up 13 with a minute and a half to go. I was sort of had my coach's hat on there, and I was thinking Zimmerman maybe would have had one more pass for an open shot from the elbow at the free throw line. But he put up the 3. If he makes it, he's a genius.
Yes, that's right. Always a genius when you make the 3. See the pass underneath there by Ramel Brown to Antoine Mason. Mason feeling it. All right, Terry Thomas inbound to Anderson. Loses footing but gets it back to Allman. Allman, what a quick release. Yeah. Nowhere though. Misses absolutely everything. Gets lucky though. Last touch by Halifax. However, the shot clock at 8. Anthony Anderson will take the inbounds to Taylor. He'll pop it out to Allman, wide open, and it's good. Can't give him any space.
No, about 10 points with a minute to go. You want to kill the clock a little bit here, spread out your offense if you can. You know that Moncton's going to start the foul game.
That's right. Mason guarded by Allman at the top, taking his time. Zimmerman back to Mason. Mason squeaks through, and it's good. What a finish by Antoine Mason. Thought he got fouled. Ref didn't call. He got the 2 points just the same. Taylor to Thomas. They got to start taking the deep ones now, or getting the and ones. No good by Thomas, but the follow-up by Denzel Taylor.
Well, this was a gritty gut check in what appears to be a win for Halifax. 30 seconds to go, up 10.
Say so. Moncton looks like they're conceding, not playing the foul game. The fans are on their feet, and this has been a great game. It looked bleak for Halifax, especially after that first quarter. They were able to claw their way back. Halifax will let the clock run out.
Full credit to Halifax's effort in the second half. I thought the defense was stellar. The energy level was there. They spread the offense out, started making shots.
Yep. And give credit to the Moncton Magic. They played a great basketball game as well. They're on a little bit less rest than the Hurricanes, having a hard-fought series with St. John. So Halifax achieved what they wanted to achieve in this one, winning the game without and keeping home court advantage. And what do you think? Take a look at some of these numbers, Mark.
Antoine Mason stepped up big time. 33 points, 9 rebounds. And he was a key performer out there, but when I looked over and saw 33 points, I didn't suspect that he was at that high a level. But then looking at the secondary scores, Zimmerman 18, Poole 15, Watson 14, White 13, Brown 11. What a balanced group of scores.
9 assists for Ramel Brown.
Incredible, incredible.
So folks, we have ourselves a win. The Halifax Hurricanes come away with the 107-97 victory. That gives them a 1-game to nothing lead in the Atlantic Division Finals. Our next game will be Saturday, where Halifax will be back here at the Scotiabank Centre to take on the Moncton Magic for Game 2 in what will undoubtedly be another great game for the Silver Vision crew. I am Matt Elliott. My partner, Mark Raftis. Thank you to all of you out there on YouTube for watching us, and we'll catch you on Saturday.